What is up, and welcome to VaultTec Productions. Got a little unusual video today. Going to be going over some of my live-action Fallout props. I got quite a few of them, so this is probably going to be a longer video, but I'll try and get through it somewhat quickly. A lot of them are just custom props made by cosplayers and people in the community. Specifically, if you live on the East Coast in the US, you may have met the group that has done the majority, I would say, of my props that I own, and that would be Evergarden Creations, formerly Expedition Cosplay. They're buddies of mine, and they're just great prop makers, and they specialize in making lots of Fallout stuff, so when I show you one of theirs, I'll let you know, and their Etsy and Instagram will be down in the description. Some other things are made by another friend of mine, who I'll have his Instagram linked below, and I'll let you know who's made what and where you can try and get some of these things if you want them yourself. The main reason I'm posting this video now is hopefully in the next couple days I'll have a video going over my newest project that I'm doing. That's going to be the newest addition to my Fallout cosplay and props collection, so hopefully I'll have that out by the end of this week. But for now, let's get into the items I already have. I guess we'll go over some of the more aid items and foods and drinks and things like that. So here's obviously a Nuka Cola. I have tons of these bottles I made myself. The bottles are just the smaller Coke bottles. Ideally you'd probably want to use the full-size ones, but I'm not sure who made this label, but it was one I found on Google Images years and years ago, and I printed a bunch of them and just glued them onto a whole bunch of Nuka Cola bottles, so I have a ton of them. The label looks great, and one of my biggest reasons why I wanted to do something like this myself is a lot of people, when they do the bottles, they'll have the wrong type of bottles. It won't have the right shape and things like that. The Nuka Cola that they sold, I think, at Target being a great example. It's not really even a Coke-shaped bottle, but these are the ones I made just by printing out these labels and gluing them on. So it's gotta have that, Nuka Cola. Alright, and here are some of the chems I have. Both of these are made by Evergarden Creations. I got a Buff Out bottle right here, and a Rad-X. The Rad-X is actually a glass can, so that's cool, glass container. And yeah, these are super sweet, all kinds of detail on them, they look great. I do believe Evergarden Creations goes more for the Fallout 4 style, the newer style of things, just to keep it kind of current and stuff like that, which obviously I'm a fan of the more older style, but these props do still look great. Here is another one made by the same people. This is a pork and beans can. Not the most Fallout recognizable thing, but it is from the games, and yeah. Another great prop. You can take the lid off and use it as a container if you want. And yeah, just another great prop that looks amazing. Alright, here is some Mentats containers. I have two of these. This one looks a little bit dirtier, so I might have to dirty this one up at some point, but everybody knows Mentats. These look pretty great as well. Also made by Evergarden Creations. Guess I should just go over all of the props they've made first. Here is a stim pack. These are based on, I believe, the Fallout 4 models of them, and I have two of these. Unfortunately, Evergarden Creations does kind of like mass produce these to sell at conventions and stuff, so they still have a lot of the print lines showing and things like that. But yeah, these look pretty great. I've always wanted some stim packs for my collection and got those in the last couple years or so. And here we have some Sunset Sarsaparilla. This was what I was talking about with like the wrong bottle shapes and stuff like that. This is pretty good because it's generally the same type of thing, but really it should be a little thinner maybe and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's got this nice sunset label on it. Pretty detailed. Oh, and it's even got the date from Fallout there. Very cool. And yeah, just another great prop addition. I have two of those, and I don't know if you can see it, but this one's actually got some liquid in it. I don't know how easy that is to see, But, yep, gotta have some Sunset Sarsaparilla, so those both look pretty great. Alright, and the last out of the kind of 8 items from them is I have some Blamco and some Instamash, both using the Fallout 4 designs, I do believe. And these are actually, the decals are over actual food products, so that's actual mac and cheese. I could technically eat that if I wanted to. And yeah, these both look really great. The Instamash especially, I love just how like dirty and scuffed up it is. It does really look pretty old. Whereas when you're doing this kind of one where you're using the in-game labels, there's like all the white for the PNG and stuff. Doesn't look quite as good, but still super, super cool. Love having these props here. And yeah, we'll move on to Evergarden Creations. Also does mostly tons of different posters from Fallout and that sort of thing. So I have quite a few of those. Here is one. Gonna be kind of hard to show you the whole thing, but the VaultTec will be there poster. Very cool. Some from New Vegas. Here's the wear your badge, it could save your life. Very cool. I got a few of these to go over, so bear with me. And the Liberty Prime one, that's a nice classic one from 3. NCR Propaganda one for the Legion here. And I really like these posters. Oh, and there was this Legion one underneath. Sorry, it was sticking to it a little bit. And I really love these. I buy quite a lot of them. Here's the Only You Can Prevent Corporate Espionage. It's another classic from New Vegas. And here's one of the more recent ones. That's the Have You Taken Your Medication Today? From, I think that one came out in Fallout 4. They also make some of the magazines and comics as well. Here is one of the Guns and Bullets from Fallout 4. Very cool. Here is another Guns and Bullets from Fallout 4. I really like this one because it's got the laser rifle on it. I prefer ones that actually show really iconic Fallout stuff, so laser rifle looks great on there. And then I have one of the classic Grognak ones. Very cool. And those are all actual magazines. They're not filled in on the inside, they're just blank, but still very cool. Alright, oh, and I did forget to show these as well, but Evergarden also makes Radaway. So I have 2 Radaway packs here. They're just like actual blood bags, but they just write Radaway on it. I have yet to fill these with liquid, but that is one thing I do need to do at some point, to actually make them Radaway. And yeah, I think that will cover it for the props they've made. Yeah, for now. Alright, so here's some of the other cool props I have. This is a VaultTec file and stuff. I think it came with the Fallout 4 guide. It just has a bunch of these special like prints in it like this. Not the coolest thing to be inside there, but I do love the look of this like top secret VaultTec file or whatever this is. Very cool. I had to own this. And that is the Pip-Boy Collector's Edition they did for Fallout 4. This was a pretty cool thing they did. It's not perfect, unfortunately. The coolest thing about it was being able to put your phone inside and actually use it as a Pip-Boy. That was very cool, but unfortunately, it would have been so much cooler if you could actually have like presets for what was on your phone Pip-Boy. So if you were at a convention, you could actually have all your inventory and everything accurate to what's on you. That would have been really cool. But yeah, most people have the Pip-Boy now. They're hardcore Fallout fan enough. Oh, and of course this was in the beginning, but I only have this one bobblehead. I wanted ones from Fallout 3 with 101. Unfortunately, they're really hard to get nowadays, and I didn't want to really go all out on getting a bunch of Fallout 4 ones, getting the entire collection, because I prefer 101. So I just got this one for now. It's probably my favorite, the Big Guns bobblehead. Pretty sweet, and I just really think that dichotomy is funny, since this bobblehead is in the newer games, and it has that much better style of minigun that looks very modern and realistic, opposed to the version of the minigun in 4 and 76, which I do not like at all. But that was sold by Bethesda, as well as the other things I showed you. Guess we should do the other official Bethesda ones next. This is kind of a big one, but I did get the plasma sniper rifle that they released a while ago. It's pretty neat. I'm not sure where the button is, it's been a while. But yep, it lights up and stuff. There we go. And yeah, it's really big and heavy. I don't really use it at conventions or anything. And I do prefer the older style of plasma rifle, but this was still a pretty cool get. Probably one of the most expensive things I have, that's especially directly from Bethesda, or at least licensed by them officially. And as for some of the other props, my other friend he's really into cosplay and all that, and he's made me quite some cool props over the years. And here is a Ranger Sequoia from New Vegas. He 3D printed and painted it, and it goes great with my Ranger cosplay. I really like this one. It just looks really nice. Ranger Sequoia is super cool, and yeah, I really like this one. Very pretty. He also has made some Jet for me at one point, all looking a little different. I believe these are using the Fallout 4 style, so they're pretty big. And yeah, I've always wanted some Jet props. It's like the #1 drug in Fallout. It's pretty iconic all the way back to Fallout 2, so I'm very happy I managed to get some of those at some point. And this isn't necessarily a Fallout prop technically, but I do also have this Fallout shelter sign. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. It wasn't made for Fallout or anything, but you can see them in Fallout, and this one's all scuffed up and dirty looking, so fits right in. Now here are some Coca Cola caps that I think were made for Wasteland Warfare, as it says, by Modifius or whatever, right there. So these are pretty cool. Just a whole bunch of Coca Cola caps. Every collector's got to have some of these, and it's a whole bunch of them. I haven't opened them, and actually forgot I had them until I found them when making this video. So now for a few other things. This is my main helmet that I use for my Ranger cosplay. It's the Xcoser Helmet mold that they have been selling for many years now. But this one's all decked out with many different little changes, as well as being custom painted, as pretty much all of them from theirs are. But yeah, it's a pretty nice helmet. The only thing I don't like about the Xcoser mold is these bottom parts right here. It should be all nice and sharp to a point, which this one unfortunately isn't with their mold. But you know, it's just something you got to deal with. There aren't too many helmets on the market that are actually worth wearing, especially the official Bethesda ones, which just are a little too big and clunky and just not really meant for wearing. I also have the VaultTec lunchbox classic. At the moment it's got the Sunset Deputy Star on there, and yeah, this is one they've been making for a long time, Bethesda has, and it's such a classic, you pretty much gotta have it. Alright. Here is another Ranger helmet I have. This one is mostly my display one, as it's not really good to wear. The helmet and mask are separate, so it's really hard to keep it all aligned. And I did break it at the last one of the conventions I was at one time. And I can't really remember who makes the helmet, but I can have it in the description. It's a really good on display, not so great to wear. But this is probably my absolute favorite Ranger helmet anyone's ever made. It just, the detail on it with all the numbers and lines, it just looks super good. Unfortunately, the color, especially on the helmet, is not too accurate. They went for a dark green, but it looks really good, especially on display. Alright, this one's a bit weird, but This is a prop I made. It's supposed to be Dinner Bell from New Vegas. I did not do a great job on the paintwork. It's a really hard camo to get super proper because it's just super detailed in a very small scale. But I did get a similar type of airsoft shotgun and painted it all up to look like Dinner Bell, and it came out all right. Definitely could have done a better job. And last, for the weapons, I do have this crappy little Mauser airsoft gun. I got it because the Chinese pistol in Fallout 3 is a Mauser, but this is like $9 on Amazon, so I just had to get one. So that will do it for the weapons. I'll show you some of my cosplay outfits now. Here is my Vault suit. This might be a little hard to show, but it's by Miccostumes, I think. And they're pretty much the #1 go-to for Vault suits. They've been doing them for a long time now, in all kinds of different sizes. It's got a 111 on the back, unfortunately, which you know I'm not a fan of, but it's great, and it'll go great with my next edition that hopefully I will have on the channel soon. Real quick, here is some of the pieces for one of my old NCR Ranger cosplays. I don't use this chest piece anymore, I just use it for display, but it looks really great, though I do still use this duster. It's the Dark Matter Props one. They made a really nice duster. It's even got all the decals on it, like that on that side and then the bear on the other. And yeah, it's a little too dark, but still one of the best dusters you could buy online. So, and just real quick, here's the main chest piece I use for my Ranger. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll try and have links in the description so you can get some of these things yourself if you want. My prop collection for Fallout is forever growing, and I just wanted to show off some of the things I've collected before I do this next video here soon, where I'm going to be going over the process on how I'm making the most recent edition, which I'm very excited for. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and see you next time.